Plenty of fervour, plenty of passion in the All Black haka.
Certainly mean business, the All Blacks, and last week has set this up as we look at some of the images. Kapa Paupongo for the first time this season, and tends to be brought out when the All Blacks have faced a tough week or a serious challenge the week before, and they certainly mean business by the look of those shots for sure.
Jaco Piper of South Africa is the referee in this contest, and his assistant referees last week's referee Nigel Owens and Jerome Garces of France, and George Ayub of Australia is the television match official.
There's a countdown on the big screen.
So as they line up, you can see there the All Blacks split again, both sides. Last week we saw them effectively use the flat kick where they got Retallick punching onto the ball, and by using that kick it gives no time for a lift to get on and secure the ball.
The countdown is on, and the whistle sounds. The All Blacks against England in Dunedin as the kickoff is made, and it's untidy, and up goes the flag across on the far side, and an early line-out. Now let's just see how these line-outs play out. Just a brief chat, a little shorter than last week. So Rob Webber lobs it in, and taken down by the money man, Jeff Parling, who was quite outstanding last week.
Jumping across the line out.
And an early penalty against the All Blacks, against Sam Whitelock, number 5, jumping across the line.
Jumping across. Offside.
Owen Farrell, one of a number of changes in the England back line.
He landed on the maul. There's no way that...
So it's a second England line-out, this time in All Black territory. Parling goes in close this time, and they're going to set up an attempted rolling maul here. Trapped in the back by Joe Marler. He's the carrier, and another penalty. The All Blacks coming in on the side, and so England will get a second penalty in 90 seconds, and this surely is kickable.
Yeah, you'd think so. And Owen Farrell was keeping an eye on him pre-game. Didn't miss a lot. Certainly is a quality kicker, but Freddie Burns did the job last week equally. You can see here they're well set, and it just splinters away to the right there. You can see McCaw, he's just off the ruck. And to be fair, you'd have to say that maul looked like it had broken up, and McCaw was just coming in to make an effective tackle.
It was touch and go, but he set his standard very high in terms of players remaining onside. One at line-out time for the All Blacks. That was Sam Whitelock, and now the skipper himself. So that is his yardstick, and we want to see a good open game. And Jaco Piper has certainly laid it down.
Those 34 points in 2 games, 17 in each of those 2 games, Owen Farrell. So he has no problems kicking against the All Blacks, but of course previously it's been at Twickenham. Not always an easy place to kick here. So the first kick, and it's a beautiful kick straight down the centre, and England have the early lead.
What a great strike that was, Justin. I'll tell you what I like, and as a golfer you would like that, the way he plotted the trajectory of the ball with his eyes. Next time he lines one up, we'll have a look at that again, but he follows the path of the ball, he preempts it. Beautiful strike.
Cruden again, this time pushes it a little bit further, and it's taken down by Parling. Held here by Launchbury in the back. And another offside. This time it's Retallick. And Jaco Piper wants to have a chat to Richie
There's
McCaw.
another clear penalty from the side. 3 at the line, more line out. Next one's bin.
Well, that's early.
3 minutes 25. The All Blacks are on a warning, and rightly so. We've seen the execution of the set piece from the line out, which England showed last week, are very efficient in that area. And so far, they've got their line out, their throw right, their jumpers, their lifters are all in place, but most importantly, their maul is set, and the All Blacks are not able to counter that at the moment. Retalic's the guilty party, crawls around the side there. He has to retire and come from the back before he can be effective in that maul.
Well, watch the bet. England will drive again. This time they use Ben Morgan. And the All Blacks careful here to try and stay onside. Now they get it. Here's Danny Kerr going for a little bit of a run. And a thumping burst from Tuolangi. Now Marler stands over the ball. Just out from the 22 as Kerr works it away. 12 trees makes a little kick through and being snapped up here by Ben Smith. And the All Blacks finally get their hands on the ball as they swing it wide across here to Messam. And Liam Messam right in centre field, out in front of his goalposts as Aaron Smith will be looking for a clearing kick here from Aaron Cruden. And they settle it all down. But it's still a line out for England.
Oh, very good from England as well. They got that more moving forward under the warning from Jaco Piper that they needed to move it. Kerr actually got off the back of that maul while it was going forward, and that's got the defence on the back foot, I should say. And Burrell, good, strong initial first run from him. Burst through a tackle of Cruden, got it well over the advantage line.
That's a boot. Do the same for you.
They're big men, aren't they, in centre field. Burrell is a big man. We all know that Tuolangi's a big man.
Back.
12 trees is not small either. And that one's been stolen by the All Blacks. So McCaw has it, and Rob Shaw has him. Aaron Smith charged. And still in as Lawnsbury fires it back in field. It's with Tom Wood. He slips it and trying to hook up Webber. And they're right there. Kerr. They're going to work the blind side. It's Rob Shaw. They had nobody out on the blind side, really. But they've got another opportunity here, perhaps. As Kerr sends it wide. Now Farrell works it away to 12 trees. Here is Burrell. Pops it up. And now it's with yards. England making all the play early on. 7 or 8 metres short. As Danny Kerr swings it away again to Farrell. Now a miss-out pass into centre field. Burrell again. Rob Shaw. Here's Parling. Grabbed by Jerome Kano. And it's there again for Kerr as the All Blacks put a bit of pressure on. And they've counter-rucked it out. England didn't have enough players at the breakdown, and it's going to cost them as it goes back for Nonu. And he clears it away, not far, but in touch anyway.
Oh, what a huge moment in this test match from the charge down and the breakout. Danny Kerr just chose the wrong option big time. They had huge numbers. Here's the charge down. Super work here. Through they go. Lovely pass back on the inside. Nice and patient here, England, not panicking. And from this ruck here, Danny Kerr had all of his team out to the right and a huge overlap. Chose to go left. They can still strike.
Right, so Rob Shaw takes it down into the arms of Ben Morgan in the reddish-coloured headgear. He gives it off to Kerr. Kerr, short pass to Yards. Mackay misses the tackle. Yards scores. Now let's see what Jaco Piper is up to here. He wants to have a chat.
Sorry, it's a little too loud.
Grounding is good if you're happy with the movement.
Yeah.
It's a try for me all day. He's not using motion to get him over. He's just bounced. Well done. Well, what a moment. I did mention that they may have butchered a try, but however, the All Blacks couldn't clear the pressure enough. From there, the line out again, which has been so effective. They pushed forward. This is it set up. Keir just takes a couple of steps, brings in two players. McCaw falls off the tackle. Cruden's not strong enough, and Yard is over. What a start. They are pumped up, Smithy, the English.
We'll put this in the archive. You won't see that very often over the last 8-10 years that McCaw misses a tackle in a vital situation like that. But this is the product of some great English pressure, consistent English pressure, mistake-free English pressure as well. Farrell knocks over the two to make it a perfect 7 start, but Nisbo, you've got to say the All Blacks haven't even started yet.
Well, they've hardly had the ball, Smithy.
The work from Keir there was superb because he put McCaw and Messam in two minds, and because of that, Yard was able to punch onto it, and the defenders weren't quite on the front foot.
10 points to 0. England with a big start in the game. They didn't score a try at all last week, as the try scorer Marlon Yard takes it down.
Use it.
Now Parling. Keir's going to kick himself. And Yard knocks it down and on. And so this will take us to the first scrum of the game.
Let's just have a look at the work of Keir here as he runs around and he gets the ball in two hands, and if we pause it just here, you can see there McCaw's looking in. He's looking at Keir, so his attention's been grabbed by him. Because of that, he doesn't see Yard. As you play it on, he's slightly just off, can't get across in time because of the very good work from the halfback, and there's the missed tackle.
The all-important first scrum. And it looks pretty solid from the All Blacks. Aaron Smith away for Cruden. Here's Nonu. Straight across to Ben Smith. Breaks the tackle, as he so often does. Aaron Smith gets it across to Cruden. And now the All Blacks genuinely have the ball in hand in an attacking position, as Conrad Smith looks for support. Aaron Smith now works it away to Franks. Here's Nonu spinning away. Sets it up in centre field. Now Cruden. Long cut-out pass. Kano sets it up. Got the arm out here as the All Blacks attack through Whitelock. Still 10 metres short. Now Cruden for Nonu. Again stepping. The England defence up very, very quickly as Smith looks away. Now here's Ben Smith. Again almost through. In fact, rolling another couple of metres, not held. Here's Aaron Smith. There it is. Halfback is Whitelock. Quick hands across for Coles. Now Jane gets it off to McCaw. Aaron Smith gets there quickly. Here's Retallick. Big pressure here from the All Blacks. Aaron Smith again. Beautifully palmed on. Into the arms once again of Jerome Kano. He's held up. Desperately trying to rip it to the ground. Referee playing in a long advantage.
Oh, yes, it was. I thought they may have lost it, that advantage. It was quite a long one. What resilient defence from England. Relentless attack from the All Blacks, and the advantage of Ben Smith playing at fullback, coming in as a first receiver or second receiver. The way he injects himself in the game, a couple of line breaks. You'd have to say they scrambled well, England.
They did scramble well because they threatened to be busted out wide again. There was a very interesting incident, I think it's in the next phase of play, where one of the ball receivers was Owen Franks, who looked out of spot right there, but he ended up being quite a good shield, didn't he? And the English turned around and said, what about the interference there? What about the shield that he was performing? Was it legal or not? Interesting point.
Cruden kicks the penalty, and it's 10 points to 3. 12 minutes gone. We expected a fast test match, and that's the way it's unfolded in the first 12 minutes as Farrell kicks off. Lining it up is Savia, but England are there very quickly. Tuilangi using his weight and power. Aaron Smith. This time he gets his kick away cleanly. Mike Brown waits. Taken by Conrad Smith and Richie McCaw at the same time. Now England through Robshaw. Again, swing it wide. Here's 12 trees and a big gap. Some gaps appearing. And England, well, play on, says the referee. So Robshaw picks it up. No knock on in that move. So still there for Danny Kerr. Now Farrell fires it across. And Launchbury has it. Kerr once more. That's a loose pass as he's under pressure. 12 trees goes back, gives Yard an opportunity. Looking to offload. Still 15 metres out from the 22. 10 points to 3 as Kerr sends it off to Farrell. Now Morgan, who was big last week, sets it up again for Kerr. Farrell. Here's Brown. Short pass. Good one too to Webber. Playing with confidence. No forward pass. Called, I think, from the touchline by Nigel Owens.
Well, at the moment, England are breaking this All Black defensive line. To be fair, they scrambled very well this time, the All Blacks. But here's the line break. 12 trees. Just props off the left foot. Accelerates through. He even does a number on Aaron Cruden there, who tried to swipe him down. And if he could have found the space out onto the left there, he had some players there free. Here's the forward pass that breaks it down eventually, but ball in hand. England look very good, Smithy.
They do indeed. Just may be a problem with one of the All Blacks getting some attention over the far side. It may well be the captain as well. Yeah, there's a nice precision about Owen Farrell. Just watched his start to the game. His kicking is precise. His restart was absolutely pinpoint, which gave England the opportunity to put this pressure on, which they haven't really released. And the skipper goes down here. It was awkward. I was looking for a head clash. It wasn't that, but after he went to ground.
Hit possibly in the chest.
Yeah, he's copped a decent blow there. He looks like he's okay. Richie McCaw, they don't build anybody really much tougher than him. It would take a lot for him to have to leave the field, but I think the key challenge now, you can see there's a great shot there of Mana Tuilangi, who was so effective last week and a tackle breaker. But now that he's on the wing, he needs to find his way into the game. We haven't seen him with ball in hand for all this possession that England have had. He still hasn't got his ball, his hand on the ball. So, you know, they need to find a way to get him into the match.
9. Crouch. Bind. Set.
There for Aaron Smith. Okay, Aaron Cruden. Here goes the expected cross kick, and just a little bit too far.
So just I wouldn't mind seeing that scrum feed again. Looked like it went behind an All Black foot.
England take it quickly, but no, the line out is set.
They'll all look straight to me, Smithy.
It's the All Black foot go forward here, and he almost goes in behind it.
Good enough to go.
England making all of the running so far as Webber throws. Launchbury immediately hands it off to Morgan. He swings it away. Here's Farrell. Out it goes to Burrell in centre field. And Conrad Smith got a hand in there. And in fact, it was knocked on by England first.
Got to like the tempo England are trying to play at. A tackled player is going to ground, and they're always looking for an opportunity to pop and offload, keep the ball alive, wanting to play at pace.
Okay, let's get closer.
Left off, please, sir.
Yeah, let's not be in contact before I say sit. Just stick to your side. Come in closer. Move in.
Tighter! They're going to try the outside, sir. Come on, Rex, we got this.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
So in it goes. Kano gives it off to Aaron Smith. Weighted kick by Cruden. Tuolangi goes back. And beautifully done by Brown. He got it on the second attempt. Mike Brown. And a penalty goes to the All Blacks. But some quality play there by the fullback.
There's no tackle. You have to release to the man on his feet.
Cruden eyes up the goalposts.
What are you doing? Shot.
Here's Brown's pickup. Looked like he had lost it. Look at that fingertip stuff. Goes forward. He's isolated there. Look at all the black jerseys around him. First cleaner that comes in is too late on Sam Whitelock. A good body position for a big man. And the contest for the ball was won by the defending player, which was Sam Whitelock. Well done.
Justin, another hint too of there what the All Blacks get quality ball, what they want to do to Tuolangi. They want to turn him around. He looked lost. They say that that might be an issue in his game, being able to turn and size up situations. Well, the bounce of a rugby ball did him there, but it wasn't pretty. All Blacks all like that.
Cruden's kick is away to the left. 10 points to 3 it stays. 18 gone first half. Farrell, one of the players we didn't see at Eden Park last week. Lovely kick, nice and high, and in the finish it falls for Corey Jane. He lays it back. Now Nonu. Whitelock crashes it up. It's there again for Aaron Smith. Now Cruden. Tough England defence as Aaron Smith again goes for Cruden. Retallick hit hard, really hard. Lays it back though. Oh, and Smith hasn't seen it. And now the little kick, and it's bounced in the field of play. I think it's okay. Might have to have a look upstairs. No, Nigel Owens is coming back.
Oh, I think it looked fine.
Agreed.
Oh, really good.
Just clipped the line.
I'll check it.
I don't know.
Agreed. I think it's right. Danny Kerr thinks it's right.
Directly. On the line.
Big moment.
Over.
How big's Jeff Tarling been in the start of this game? That was his turnover.
Yeah. Anyway, it's not going to matter now. As Retallick accepts the line out, and the All Blacks decide to put a drive on themselves here. McCaw away for Aaron Smith. Now the inside pass. Here is Savia up the centre.
I got taken out. One of the defenders, sorry, Nisbo. Yeah, it was Nonu just blocked the tackler. I think it was Owen Farrell that he impeded. And interesting, after the All Blacks kicked their first 3 points, it was Owen Farrell at halfway who said to the referee, can you just keep an eye on obstruction, please? They're using players that are stopping our defenders from coming in. And I think that's what happened there.
Yeah, you're right with Farrell. The other player involved here is the skipper, Rob Shaw, to look for which one was impeded. Nonu just pushes Farrell out. Is that fair?
Yeah, absolutely does. You watch him, he goes through there, knocks Farrell over, and he would have been there to make that tackle.
So 49 metres, bang in front. Cruden pretty much had the distance from a pretty similar range. But this guy struck that first one so beautifully from near the sideline that he's a big chance here.
It's a very interesting idiosyncrasy that he's got. Like you said, we'll focus in on a nice tight here. You watch him just tracking the line. When he comes down to line it up, he'll make his eyes will go up towards the post, and he'll do it a couple of times to reinforce that rhythm. Up he goes. And he'll do it again.
And he pulls it away. So 2 long-range misses from Cruden and Farrell.
He had distance though, didn't he? He had plenty there. Look out, All Blacks.
The 22 restart. Parling's lining it up. He has been a tower. Many thought that Courtney Laws would come in immediately, but no, Parling has done such a great job. Now 12 trees. Just a little hesitation as he cuts back and runs into Coles. Now Kerr. Here's Burrell, this big man in the midfield. Kerr gets it off to Rob Shaw. Quickly away to Marler. All Blacks looking to turn it over. Can't get at it though. Now Farrell. Here is hooker Webber. Tuolangi. Oh, he runs into Sevilla. The first head-to-head contest. And down went Tuolangi. Rob Shaw seeing plenty of ball. Now Kerr. And I think he's overdone this one. Yep. You can't argue about this one. All Blacks line out throw. The first one went to Retallick. And the second one goes to Retallick as Cruden works it off to Nonu, busting his way through. Leaves it there for Aaron Smith. Now Cruden works it away to Corey Jane. And there it is again for Aaron Smith. Whitelock tries to step his way through. Working blindside. Now Jane had the ball ripped away. Referee says knock on. England ball.
Worked it off the back of the line out. The All Blacks got into that wide channel. They're persistent in trying to go on that right-hand side. You can see there, Burrell just rips the ball free from Corey Jane as he was cutting back on the inside. And I think this England defence has got slightly more width in it this week. The All Blacks not finding it as easy to get into those outside tram lines with the space.
Although I think it's fair to say Nonu made a mess of Owen Farrell first up there. Just absolutely waved him goodbye. So that's maybe food for thought as well and closer.
Bind. Set.
Yeah. This is England's first scrum.
You come closer. Yeah. Come closer without being engaged.
He really is a huge man. Manu Samoa. Tuolangi.
Let's go, baby!
Crouch. Bind. Set.
So Kerr gets it in. England scrum just yielding a wee bit perhaps as 12 trees. Now Yard, big gap for Yards. Good tackle by Conrad Smith. But again, the All Blacks looked at 6s and 7s defensively. Here is Brown, the fullback, taken to ground. Still 15 out from the 22 as Kerr gets it off to Farrell. England playing the game at good speed as Morgan holds it up. As Kerr again. Farrell charged. And snapped up by Burrell. And Tuolangi is taken down right on halfway. As Parling grabs it. Hands it back to Kerr. Now Launchbury. Kick coming up from Farrell. Waiting for this is Jane. Corey Jane. And he got it away beautifully. And now here's Ben Smith on the counter. Wasn't held, so he stood up and went again. Made a good 15 metres as the All Blacks attack down the right through Cruden. Back on the inside for Jane. Now Yard. And it's all over the place here. England in possession. And the kick made. Getting across is Ben Smith. Thought about opening it up. And then the finish a wobbly kick into touch.
Yeah, his planting foot before he kicked just slipped on him. He had to reach to get to the ball. Another turnover from the All Blacks. You can see there, his foot there just, well, I don't know if it did slip. Excuse me, it slipped after he kicked the ball, so I had an excuse for Ben Smith's poor kick. Then I'm going to have to take that back.
Hasn't Yard found some holes inside that All Black channel, Justin? That's of concern.
So Weber to throw. Parling, as expected, takes it. Weber's slipped to the back of the maul this time. They do vary that at times. Now they've done well here. A lot of the All Blacks are going to have to retreat as England. Now they set it. Kerr, he's left it behind. He's knocked it on. He just got a little bit too excited, Danny Kerr. He had so much time.
Holding on. Lots forward, killing their advantage by holding on.
He just was guilty of taking his concentration off the ball. He sort of was looking at the referee for some guidance. And as he lifted his head, just took his mind off the job at hand and spilt the ball, Danny Kerr.
And then didn't release, and thus the penalty. Once again, Retallick. And McCaw slips to the back of the maul. Some good progress here. Just starting to grab a side and then a loose pass. Play on, says the referee, so they do. As Trees goes wide, here's Yard. Puts a fair bit on it, far too much actually. And Ben Smith may well decide to open this up. Does through Savia. And he battles his way 10 metres. As Aaron Smith clears it off for Nonu. And this one lands inside the 22. Owen Farrell had waited back. He lumbered across. Now Savia's got it. He wants to start now.
That's a good kick from Nonu. Timed it perfectly, and the space he found as well. Good chase from Cruden. Owen Farrell scrambled back though and did get a good effective kick away.
Retallick again. Aaron Smith, intercept. England read it beautifully as it swung away, and here's an opportunity. 12 Trees, who threw it straight at Conrad Smith. Now Corey Jane, oh, he's kicked it out. They had an opportunity there if they'd kept it in.
Well, Conrad Smith just came up. Eyes only on the defender, attacker, I should say. So this is the move off the line out. Robshaw reads it perfectly. McCaw didn't even get a chance to get his hands on it. And Conrad Smith just up, reading the play really well, had his man, and because of that was in the way. You can see the reaction there. If that ball had stayed in, they wanted it in, the All Blacks.
Well, it's like a general pause. Someone's pushed that button, so we're going to have a break, a little break here. Julian Severe was getting, not so much treatment, but he might have been getting some advice from one of the attendants, the All Black attendants, for quite some time there. A good chance to review, actually, where we're at in this, and 68% territory for England. And that is combined with a slight dominance in terms of possession. The All Blacks have pulled that back after the first 10 minutes of starvation, Justin, but by and large, they've also been playing since the 3rd minute on a general warning, so their discipline's been better.
Yeah, it certainly has. There's a shot of the All Blacks reserves bench. Wasn't it great there? We could get our cam right in there around that England huddle. And just noticed Robshaw G'ing his forward pack up, pointing at the clock. He'll know that this is an important 10 minutes leading into the half where they've been so dominant. Need to be disciplined. Some happy supporters there.
So Weber to throw, and he goes short, and it's not straight.
wickedly so.
Well, I think they had too long to think about it.
Yeah, they did. It was quite funny to see that unfold, actually, because the carrier pigeon with the message, and I've got to say it's quite a big one, David Wilson, he rushed over to the hooker at the last minute, who, of course, is Weber with the instructions. After that, that was the point that was good.
Yeah, and I bring them in.
Let's go, Davey. Let's go. Let's go.
Coach.
Yes.
Bind. Set.
Aaron Smith for Cruden. Turns it back on the inside. It was a little bit laboured, and the ball's been stolen away. And England have it again. Now, Corey Jane was the man who took the ball in, so he's not there in defence. And Cruden is off to Ben Smith. England's defence looks pretty tight, so he lets rip down the middle to his opposite, Mike Brown. Brown falls over. Nobody's in it. Yes, they do. In the end, it's Aaron Smith. Gets it off to Cruden. Brown took a dive, a bit of a Hollywood, I think. It didn't work, so he's going to have to get up and start all over again. He is limping as Savia has it. Now, a bit of excitement when he gets the ball. Bounces yard out of the road. Now Aaron Smith. Away for Jane. Into centre field where Franks is standing. Now Nonu. Looking to offload. Finds Cruden. Ducks under one just on England's side of halfway. Here's Coles powering through a couple of tackles. Aaron Smith again. Whitelock getting some good possession, but breaching this defence pretty tough. Now here's Conrad Smith. Brown is up and running again, but Tuolangi's done really well here. Now he fires it back in field. Yard gets it back, and he belts it for all his life downfield. And that's brought plenty of time, and Ben Smith brings it up again. Has a go. Just in England territory. Aaron Smith. Now Jane. It's there for Aaron Smith again. And ball lost.
And I can tell you there's some hands-on heads out there. That was a long passage of play, and the players certainly felt it. Here's the bump from the bus. Boom. Down goes Yard. Tuolangi, that's a fascinating battle out there. Tuolangi did incredibly well later on in this piece to salvage a good kick and salvage a situation. McCaw goes into contact. Good, solid, low tackle, knocks the ball free.
Interesting to note, the English defence has been pretty good. Gee, it's aggressive in the first 2 or 3 phases. They're really up quickly out wide, in particular, blocking any possibility of getting the ball wide. And then as the phases go on, they become a little bit more vulnerable. Conrad Smith was able to place a fairly good kick in there to turn them around as well. He found space out wide, but early on it's not easy.
So the way the All Blacks defensive system set up here, certainly on to go the opposite way to the one we're looking now. Brown on the left with 12 trees. You can see there in Yard. That's the space.
Good shot by the All Blacks. Morgan picks it up. Now he's confronted by McCaw, who gets him. Tries to lay it back. Pressure at the ruck as Kerr feeds it off and they go wide. Good pass. Here's Wood. And he pops it up and turned to Brown. Now Rob Shaw is at 12 trees. It's been intercepted. So the All Blacks start a counter here as Franks heaves it off to Ben Smith. That looked forward. So Aaron Smith, as they work the narrow side here. Cruden. Short pass as Rotella makes some ground. Now Smith again. Lobs it out for Nonu. Again a weighted kick. Tuolangi in good position though. And has a go. And Conrad Smith puts him down right on halfway. It's with Kerr again. Now Farrell. Waiting is Jane. Commits early. Ball knocked back.
That was back of White. No offside. Play.
Retallick trying to turn this over. Does a great job. Now here's an opportunity. Here's Messam. Back inside to Coles. Ben Smith can't hold the pass. And now Farrell decides to go for a run. Owen Farrell. McCaw gets him.
Needed to make that tackle, McCaw.
Here's Wilson. Makes a kick, the big prop forward. And it's not a bad one either.
Wow, what great rugby. Both teams opening up. End-to-end stuff. You can see the players sucking in the big ones, and why shouldn't they be? Exasperating stuff. This is the break. Smith just shows the ball. From there, they punch in. Cut back from Coles.
Back live as Nonu. Now Cruden. Ben Smith, elusive as always. It's there. Penalty coming against Parling this time. And Rob Shaw decides just to make sure the penalty is taken there. The All Blacks can't carry on.
First infringement, number 12. Get away.
So this will be too far.
An interesting call there, wasn't it? It wasn't actually against Parling. He said it was Billy 12 Trees, the 12, who was the player infringing there, and Rob Shaw not at all happy with that. He thought it was fair game.
Well, the All Blacks wanted to start this game well. They know how powerful the English bench is. It really is. So once again, Retallick, short side. And Coles gets it, but there's no room for him. So they've got to start again through Woodcock. Lays it back. Now Kano makes some grounds. Franks. Again, it's Kano. Now Aaron Smith for Cruden. Nonu. Morgan holds him up. There it is. Retallick had to snap it up. He got it off the Whitelock. And Aaron Smith, well, someone booted that. Must have been a player in an offside position, surely. But it's held up here by Savia. Now it's there again for Whitelock. Aaron Smith. McCaw.
Release now.
That's the 22. Is Aaron Smith. Works it away. Back to McCaw. Short to Woodcock. Having to work hard, the All Blacks, with the ball in hand. England's defence holding nicely. Here's Cruden. Oh, knocked on by Jane. And here's an opportunity. Tuolangi.
He's only got to beat Ben Smith.
Great tackle.
Oh, he's got the ball as well.
Now here's Conrad Smith on the counter. Off to Aaron Smith. There's Nonu. This game is all over the place. Back near the 22. Laid back by Messam. Now Cruden looking for the wide open spaces. Jane gets up there. It's been knocked on by England.
He's off his feet.
There'll be time presumably for a scrum, and that'll be it in the first half, and everybody can have a breather.
Oh, absolutely thrilling stuff. Look at this as it goes through. Tuolangi, if he brushes off Cruden, it's only Ben Smith that can save the situation. He's putting in the big ones. Tuolangi goes for the left-hand fend, puts out the palm. Smith wraps him up. The big man, perfect tackle, brings him down. gets to his feet. Look at the crowd in the background. They recognise what a situation, a moment in the match this was, and wins the ball. Absolutely superb, Smithy. It was coming from where you were standing.
That'll get the headlines tomorrow, win, lose or draw, because he's a local boy playing under so much pressure, but he's come up trumps there. They say Mike Brown is the best fullback in the world at the moment. He ran completely the wrong line there to support Tuolangi. Absolutely, he got lost, and he arrived too late. Too late.
Right, in it goes, and it's going to be reset.
Brown started close to Tuolangi. He just kept running further in field as if he thought he was going to score. I mean, he had to stay in support because Tuolangi had the chance, even in the tackle, to free the ball to him.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I did wonder where Brown had gone. He looked like he tracked too far away to the left, didn't he? If he'd stayed close, Tuolangi probably would have still been able to get an offload away.
Ben Smith, eh? Wow.
Bind. Sit.
Oh, penalty.
Number one.
Against Joe Marler on the loose head side of the England scrum. He doesn't look convinced. Well, there's no time to kick this out, so Aaron Cruden will have a shot at goal here.
Well, you'd have to say probably if the All Blacks can capitalise on this opportunity, given the flow of the match and a couple of chances that England had in this first half, if they can only be 10-6 down, then I think they'll be mighty relieved more than anything. Here's the penalty. You see there, Marler, the loose head has gone down first and gone down early onto that shoulder. He won't be pleased at all, Rob Shaw, the captain, as you can see.
Creden's kick is on target. Half-time whistle blows, and it is 10 points to 6. England lead. They've scored the only try of the first half. All Blacks back there. England now joining them, and just having a look around the field. Certainly, I think Smithy, the All Blacks remain intact.
Yeah, both sides, Nisbo, as far as I can see, as they ran past me, very determined. But oh boy, there's a bit of a buzz around, isn't there? It's a pretty nervous time for All Black fans. That bloke in the background, Jeff Parling, with the blood on the face, man, has he been a hero in the first 40? But as you mentioned quite rightly in commentary, they have so much depth off the bench.
Well, that of course will come to bear in the second half. Danny Kerr, well, couldn't make it last week. Ben Young's played at halfback, but Kerr, Luther Burrell, big man in midfield.
Ready? You ready?
This should be an enthralling second half. Owen Farrell makes the kickoff. 10 points to 6. England leads, and taken down by Whitelock. Smith had a kick charged early in the first half. This one, not a lot of depth on the kick, and nicely controlled by the All Blacks. There's core stretching up. Smith's going to do it again. Oh, this one's gone straight up. That's a terrible kick, and it's nobody's touched it, and it's gone out.
No one played it. Everyone left it. No.
Couple of deep breaths from the little halfback. So Weber throws, Parling delivers. Now Kerr gets it away. They've been inventive in the back line, England.
On his feet. Missed it.
An opportunity here for the All Blacks to turn it over, but they couldn't quite manage it. Now it's there for Kerr once more. Gets it off to Farrell. And to centre field it goes for Wilson. Now Farrell back in position. Savia getting back, hoping for a favourable bounce. It's not favourable, but he's managed to tidy it up. And Farrell bounces off, but retains his feet. And now it's there for Aaron Smith. This time he doesn't trust his own kicking. And it's left to Nonu to belt it off downfield. This is Big Ben Morgan. Took a long time for England to get back and help Morgan out. But now they're there as Kerr. Here's David Wilson, the big prop forward, driven down by the man he props against, Tony Woodcock. As Morgan now 12 trees. They've got numbers here. Burrell holds it up. And down he goes, and a good tackle made by Messer. Just in All Blacks territory as Webber fires the short pass to Parling. Webber gets it back. Everyone's having a run with the ball. Another run by Wilson, then Morgan. Here's Rob Shaw, not afraid to offload. Marler has it. Now 12 trees, chased across by Nonu, through a loose pass, snapped up by Retallick. And he lays it back for Aaron Smith. Now Ben Smith. Whitelock, the crowd roars as the All Blacks appear to have an overlap. Cruden. Now he gets it wide for Savia. Here's an opportunity. Ben Smith will go under the posts.
Who else after the half that he had? Strikes in the second half, scores the try. Brilliant work from the turnover. England were building so very well. They took one mistake though, however, a really good tackle from Martin Nonu, who actually made two significant tackles while England had the ball. From there, the All Blacks turned it over. They were marking up against props out their backs. You can see there the inside ball. Martin Nonu gets up off his feet. He made a good tackle there. Retallick does well. Cruden gets the ball in two hands, holds it out, and then just hits the accelerator. Through he goes. Perfect timing of the pass. And Savia, unselfish. Ben Smith looms up. What an 80-metre try, and the All Blacks strike early in the second half, Smithy.
Yeah, they do indeed, and it just needed Cruden. It needed speed because they had the numbers, but the transfer had to come quickly enough. And Cruden injected that speed. Unbelievable. He went outside Morgan, the number 8, who got completely lost. And that was the issue, really. After that, the transfer to Savia, the support from this man, which is always there. And Otago fans, Dunedin fans, New Zealand fans rejoice at a very, very good try from the All Blacks, counter-attacking as they love to do.
Ben Smith, straight run in for test try number 14. All Blacks in front for the first time in the match as the kickoff is taken down by Sam Whitelock. Now Smith's kicking, and this time he gets a little more depth onto it, and the combination of Brown and Savia, up it goes to Woodcock, and the All Blacks have possession as Conrad Smith moves it away to Nonu, or tipped on by Cruden. He tipped it forward, so an advantage being played here for England, and the All Blacks holding this up, but it will be a knock on against Aaron Cruden.
Cross-forward, no advantage.
Is that necessary, Justin? I think he had a bit more time. His hands are so quick. He probably could have caught and transferred that, couldn't he?
It's just probably those little panicky things that were there in the first half as well, just basic stuff. We'll have one more look at the try, and that's where he is at his very best. Aaron Cruden, lovely timing of the pass to Savia, and Savia as well on the run. Drew in the defender perfectly, but you're right, like just instances in the game where the All Blacks have been a little bit over the top in terms of trying too much, when just ball retention would probably be a better option.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Kerr gets it in. Well, it's not the greatest England scrum, but they've got a penalty out of it.
Scrum square, scrum tight. Round the corner.
And that he has ruled there that the All Blacks wheeled that. Tough one to rule on. You never really know where the one team's pulling back.
Now, it was nice and mature from Morgan here. He can see that the scrum's been compromised. Doesn't try to clear it, just decides to keep it in. He felt, obviously, from his position that the All Blacks were walking around. And by retaining that ball, it's given the opportunity for a penalty. He could have picked it up, and obviously the game would have just flowed on.
England will go to the bench first tonight, fellows. It will be Dylan Hartley in jersey 16 for Rob Webber at the end of this.
Good kick. Owen Farrell lands the penalty, and it's 13 each. 7 minutes into the second half. So Dylan Hartley, Rotorua born, but now the veteran of 56 test matches. So England have been the first to bring on the reinforcements. Kick-off accepted by Yard. Waiting for this is Ben Smith. First receiver is Messam, as the All Blacks try to get it wide. Little kick and chase here from Savia. Gets in, oh, just can't quite get his hands on it. Well, he did, but knocked it on. And England have got an opportunity with a counter-attack here. Coles gets up and makes a good spot tackle. And now the strap is on for the loose ball, and England standing over the top of it. Kerr had a look to see where Yard was. Here's Ben Smith, commits early, and guess what? Drags it in. He has been super. Blindside run here from Aaron Smith. Held on, he had Messam on the outside. Now cleared away. Kano in centre field. They'll have to set it again. He's ruled that England are okay. They went through the centre was the call. But it's been snapped up, I think, by Retallick. So it's there now for Aaron Smith. Here's Ben Smith. Woodcock. Messam. 6 or 7 metres away for Aaron Smith again. Quick hands for Whitelock. Off the pass by Owen Franks. All Blacks upping the tempo. Straight boot got in there. Now Jane. Nonu. Nonu trying to shrug his way clear. Off it goes to Kano. Savia. Try scored.
Relentless pressure from the All Blacks. Think about the breakout from Aaron Smith. Seems like a lifetime ago. That's where it started. From there, the patience to hold the ball. Here's Ben Smith. Up. Secures the ball. Gets back over the advantage line, which enables him then to get onto the front foot. Aaron Smith down the blind side. Nice little step there. It looms up. Messam, brilliant defending this by Farrell. Just held perfectly. Good body position. Possibly should have passed Aaron Smith, but they stayed patient, the All Blacks. Gets shifted across. Martin Nonu, I wondered whether or not that was slightly forward, but it looks okay from that angle. And the offload to Sevilla from Kano was superb.
Yeah, there's some great skills here under pressure too. This was really good work from Nonu, keeping it alive. Backflip out of the left hand. And then, of course, Julian Sevilla finishing on the end of the link from Jerome Kano, who did a great job midfield as well, straightening things. I think the key word you used in all that summary, Justin, was patience. It's starting to creep into the game. It's a good sign. This may well be Aaron Cruden's last act as Beauden Barrett is sidelined.
England go early, and they're not the first team that have done that. When Cruden kicks, oh, he might want that again. He's not going to get it, though. So
he won't get anything this boat. It's his lot, Aaron Cruden tonight. Slaps his right. He's just not right. He's not the Aaron Cruden of earlier in the season, so he's got some work to do, but you know he's better than that, and he'll be back. Cruden gone, Barrett in 22 at first 5.
So the kick-off, oh, it took his eye off the ball. Whitelock, now did he knock it on? Apparently not. As Kano thumps his way upfield, Whitelock gets a second shot at it. And the All Blacks playing with increasing confidence as Barrett moves it on. Ben Smith. Now here's Corey Jane down the right wing side. Beautiful pass on the inside for Ben Smith. Now Aaron Smith. Here's Barrett down to the 22. Aaron Smith again. There's Nonu. What? Retallick does well to duck under a high one. And now they carry it on. England well and truly under the pump here. Coles throws himself at the defence. Lays it back for Retallick. As Woodcock. Aaron Smith swings it away again for Barrett. Ben Smith holds it up beautifully. Gets it off to Conrad Smith. Looking to link up. And Liam Messam couldn't drag it in. But the gaps are there now.
What's creating the gaps, though, is the linking of passes, the offloads, the ability, even in the tackle, to find a support runner who is free. Here's the breakout initially. Ben Smith, lovely hands. Messam does perfectly well too. The inside ball, another offload. Aaron Smith, Beauden Barrett. 6 or 7 pairs of hands there just in that instance.
England win the line-out. It's been an onslaught in the second half, but it's still only a 5-point game as Kerr prepares to kick. They charge at him, and he's got it into touch well and truly.
Problem in back play for Joe Marler. Fellas, you'll watch this game again. Everyone will, because it's been such a classic so far. Count the number of times Brodie Retallick gets his hands on the ball. He has unbelievable his work rate. Gee, he's done some great stuff.
Well, he's been the line-out target too, and there he is again as he gives it off to McCaw, and the All Blacks smuggle it in. McCaw just keeping an eye on England to see whether they might splinter. Now he gives it off to Aaron Smith. Barrett gets the pass back. Barrett swings it away for Jane. Now here's Ben Smith. Oh, big tackle. Good tackle by Burrell. That had to be made. Corey Jane in there looking for the ball. Now he's got it. Referee's got the arm out, and this is a penalty offence, I suspect. As Kano ploughs through a couple of tackles.
Come down. That is from the side. We're going back to this one. On the side.
Well, Barrett might have a look here.
No doubt about it. They'll have a look, all right. Twice England under pressure now, infringing at ruck time.
Ball. Shot.
Well, he's kicking during Super Rugby.
Yes.
Beauden Barrett has been quite outstanding. But gee whiz, the All Blacks have just turned it up a notch since half-time, Justin.
They've gone up a gear, haven't they? And they look a lot better for the fact that they're prepared to take the contact on.
Would you share the message at the back there?
Use their strength in the tackle to offload the ball, which keeps it in motion. And England now no longer can now dominate that phase play and smash into the rucks and slow the All Blacks ball down because of these offloads.
Surely Stuart Lancaster's got to make a move now. He's got to make quite a bulk move. That experienced bench we're talking about has to come into play.
Barrett's kick is off the post and claimed outside the field of play, but they're going to try and run it out here through Brown. They've done that really well. Messam going back looking for this and took it back inside the 22. So Ben Smith, and he's found a big open space here, and he's flying up too, and Brown is going to be able to have the luxury here of forcing it for a 22 restart. $15 gone, second half. Farrell. Jane waits. Immediately off it goes to Barrett. He'll take the line on. Just in England territory. Aaron Smith. Whitelock. Aaron Smith again. Here's Nonu. The All Blacks with most of the ball in this second spell. There's Woodcock. He's well and truly looked after. Now Aaron Smith for Barrett. Ben Smith again. Messam ranging wide. Oh, he's lost the ball. And he's playing advantage here. England's way. There's Kerr. Now Farrell dabs a little kick, and 12-3's looked offside. But they'll play on anyway. Cole's skillful. Now the chase, and here comes Savia. Ball still in. Tuolangi, I think it's still in. No, flag is up. All Blacks want it quickly.
Well, Savia well and truly got himself into the game in the second half. These are the good kicks. When you're making kicks, you want to put the pressure on the opposition, make them take it out or have to deal with it. He gets it bang on there. So there are plenty of changes, though. Those changes you talked about, Smithy, are happening big time for England.
Yeah, Billy Vunipola in jersey 20, and that's number 8, Ben Morgan. And Courtney Laws is on as well, and that will be for Joe Launchbury. Savia's caused himself a bit of problem here. Whether it's a winding, whether he got caught on the hip there, he just doubled over.
Metallic, I think he's taken every single line out for the All Blacks. Now a good-looking drive coming up here. Savia is back. He's standing in behind there. Another penalty coming the All Blacks' way. England have been splintered. McCaw takes it to ground. They'll try and keep this going. Now Aaron Smith. Franks crunching it up.
No. Still advantage.
Now he's still playing under advantage. Here's Barrett. Defence closes quickly on Beauden Barrett. Now Aaron Smith. Here's Kano, strong again tonight. Gets a bit of help this time. Down towards the line they go. Farrell trying to hold him up and doing a pretty good job.
New advantage, done.
Another advantage coming up here. And hello, Jaco Piper.
No. I'm coming, Russ.
Is that no more, sir? Is that no more?
Look, you might know it's him to roll away. You're blocking the ball.
What was the more, sir?
No.
Well, they've lost Owen Farrell for 10 minutes.
It's an interesting one for me, Smithy. There's been no general warning gone out. England haven't been on the end, receiving end of Jaco Piper's whistle by any means, and the All Blacks weren't likely to score there, so...
He did a great... You talked about what a great job he'd done here. He held on. He had to hold on to Kano. That's not easy. The second momentum comes from the All Black. The second wave hits there. He's still holding on. He goes down to ground there. Where does he roll away to? For a sin-binning offence. Where does he go?
I think that's the time probably to just give them a warning, because they're under advantage already, the All Blacks. So that's 2 penalties in that surge, but that's pretty harsh. Yellow card.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's going to cost them 3 points plus a player down for... Well, to 14 men when the All Blacks were probably at their best in the match. Tough now for England. Kev Mialamu coming out shortly.
Barrett kicks the penalty. And the All Blacks have an 8-point advantage. So they've got outside that first or one scoring play.
So Mialamu for Coles has been good tonight. The scrum's been better and his ball carrying has been outstanding.
So the veteran, Kevin Mialamu, test number 112. Kickoff is made this time by 12 trees because Farrell's not there, and that's tremendous work by Whitelock. As Aaron Smith is delayed it a bit again, and this time Courtney Laws gets through. But he's not disguising the kick very well, is he? This has been knocked on by England, so here's Smith. He's going to go again, and I think he's hooked this into touch. Well, yes, he has.
Down in the line out.
So he's got to go back here. There was no advantage to the All Blacks.
Knock in the line out. He's going strong. Yeah. Knocked on in the line out.
All Black ball here now. It's just it's deep. It's deep. But where are England going to be defensively without Farrell? They're just 12 trees in. So an opportunity may be there for New Zealand, even though it is deep, to have a crack.
They'll drop Rob Shaw off. So he's going to be first defender out, defending Farrell's position, which is good and sensible. He's used to defending on that inside channel. You can see him there, joins the back line.
So here's Aaron Smith to Barrett. Nonu floats a kick away downfield, but Brown read that very easily. And now this will come down around about 10 metres line. Barrett commits early. It was knocked back though by Brown. So England have the ball as Kerr gets it away for 12 trees. And his kick is, might just roll all the way here. You'll be hoping not. Yes, it will. So they're going to have to go back to a scrum. So a bit of bad luck there for 12 trees. The bounce of the ball.
I don't know if either of those two kicks were great. I'm not sure Nonu's kick was well enough placed for the All Blacks to take advantage of it. Remember, this man is sitting in the bin, so England, even though they dropped Rob Shaw might be a little disorganised defensively. And then the other kick was way too deep, so not the best example of the kicking game here. All Blacks are using Ben Smith and Corey Jane outright on that blind, big blind.
So England again just packing the 7 here with Rob Shaw standing off. And here goes Aaron Smith away for Ben Smith, slipped inside the tackle of 12 trees. Now here is Messam, assisted by McCaw, as Aaron Smith swings it off to Barrett. The cross kick, Severe's coming smartly, and it's beaten everybody. Well, that could have bounced anywhere.
Yeah, there's plenty of space out there, and the kick was very good from Barrett. The bounce is slightly different. Severe could pounce on that. Tuilagi was caught in narrow, and he spotted the space to Barrett.
17 minutes remaining in Dunedin as Dylan Hartley prepares to throw. Taken in by Wood. Kerr is going to kick this when he eventually gets it. And he doesn't try and put too much on it. Severe goes early, then loses it behind him, but he's got it back. Now he fires it away. And the All Blacks look to counter-attack through Ben Smith, who's just been full of running, as Aaron Smith to Barrett. Now Jane puts Conrad Smith into a gap. Now Nonu. Nonu! There's another one.
The England are down to 14 men, as we know. But what a line, and appropriately Conrad Smith is in that shot because he ran the perfect angle. That set up the try. It was a nice ball, but it was Conrad Smith's angle that caught the England defenders out. Then he made a superb decision to hit Ma'a Nonu. The work wasn't done that, but watch this line from Conrad Smith. Bang! Through 2 players. Beautiful pass off the backhand. Nonu steps 2 players and goes over, but Conrad Smith and Ma'a Nonu, that combo works so very well.
Well, it does. Their understanding, and Corey Jane's in there as well. And Corey Jane stays in support, and he was the other option. But because Conrad Smith decided I only need one option, if I execute it properly, I'll take the one that's out wide, and that's Ma'a Nonu, who cuts back in. Yard has had a great game tonight, but there was no match there. He couldn't match Nonu whatsoever. And Nonu caps off a terrific performance from the All Blacks in the second half. It's a long way from over, but gee, they're looking good. They're looking excellent. And that was a free-flowing try outright. 2 changes in the front row. Franks goes. So also does Woodcock. And out there, Falmawina. Also out there, Victor Vito.
And the conversion is good. 28 points to 13.
Just to add to the substitutes, Wyatt Crockett is out there as well. England look like they may well be. No, they're just getting guys ready as the horse bolted.
What an impact also from Beauden Barrett. It was a beautiful pass to hit Smith there.
So 12 trees kicks off. Sam Whitelock has been outstanding under the high ball. Now Barrett. And there's a space here too, going back his yard. Decides to have a go. Chased across by Vito. He made a big impact last week when he came on. Now England, and he's got the All Blacks here offside, I suspect. As here's Robshaw, fires it in, and it's been knocked down, and so.
Around the neck.
Oh, it's a head-high tackle.
Just around the neck.
Here's Victor Vito coming in on yard, just reached out, probably got him slightly high. Wyatt Crockett, as mentioned, is on the field as well, so a number of changes from both teams.
Oh, no, it's out. The flag is up on the far side.
You have to land yourself if you tap it.
It's been a long time since England had this opportunity. Remember back to the first half, in the opening 10-15 minutes, they had lots of chances to set up their maul, and then their moves off the back of the maul where Yard went through. So a great chance for them to strike back nice and close, just 8 metres out.
They've got to score 3 times, England. As Hartley throws, taken down by Laws. So they'll have a go, and Wilson falls over under the weight of the All Blacks. Now 12 trees for Burrell, and Barrett does a good job, assisted by McCaw. Kerr. And Vunipola gets nowhere as Kerr waits again. Now to Alangi, looking for more ball, and penalty against the All Blacks again.
That was a tackle in the maul.
I think they need to go for touch here. No need to panic. Obviously, they're down a man as well, remember.
Farrell re-enters the game at an opportune time, but he's had to sit and watch while it's drifted away from them.
Don't grab legs.
Big moment that sin binning really was. I'll talk about that one. I'll talk about Ben Smith's tackle in the first half.
$12 minutes left as Hartley throws. Taken down by Wood. Now Kerr drags it out. Farrell. 12 trees, no.
Thanks, knocked on. Thanks.
Oh, late call there. Must have come from the sideline. Crowd across on the far side and making a bit of a racket.
They certainly were.
I think it came from Kieran Reid, man. I'll tell you what, if there's a bloke jumping out of his skin to join this team on the park, that's him. He's down in front of me. He's lived every moment. He's been the T carrier, and he called that knock on for 70 metres away, and he got it.
Yes, referee didn't see it.
Good bind, off your shoulder. Crouch. Stand up. Don't engage. Don't engage.
All Blacks winning the second half 22-3.
Don't pre-engage. Don't. Let's go. Hold your space. Hold your space. Crouch.
So free kick. So England might put another scrum down, perhaps. No. I think they're quite as confident tonight about their scrum, England, as Vunipola crunches it up. Now Marla. There's Kerr. Swings it away for Farrell. 12 trees. Can't get on the outside of Vito. And down goes Tuolangi. And the combined tackle of 2 or 3 All Blacks. Here's Vunipola. Off it goes to Robson. Now Wilson. Good tackle by Retallick as Kerr swings it. Snapped up the loose ball by Brown. Offloads nicely. Now Vunipola again, the huge man. Born in Sydney as England. Now they need a halfback, nobody home. Oh dear, how ridiculous. That looked bizarre, but England keep coming and Brown's going. And Brown, now did he get it down?
Can you see a grounding? I think it's a try. Okay. Have a look, but yeah.
Jerome Garcia thinks it's a try, but he wants confirmation upstairs. Well, how about that more?
Yeah, we want any reason why not to award this try.
You want a reason why you shouldn't award it?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he has to have scored, Mike Brown, because if he doesn't, it's a travesty. He went through a huge hole and decided to cut back in. If he had just pinned his ears back, he would have got in, no problem. The cutback cost him this. 2 players on him. Corey Jane is arm is underneath. You'd have to think that maybe Corey Jane's held him up.
Might have. You might have. Give me a reason not to award the try. That's the message. The 2 smallest men the All Blacks possess involved here. Aaron Smith and Corey Jane. Left hand of Corey Jane, the number 14. That's the one there. I don't know if that hits the grass.
Doesn't hit the grass for me.
In fact, it's his own hand, really. It's Mike Brown's own hand which has stopped the ball hitting the grass. He hasn't placed it. He's tried to get the body over the top of it, and I think he's done himself out of a try here. I think there's a reason not to award it, fellas.
Agree.
That's where Corey Jane's left hand comes into play there and stops it.
Yako.
Yes, George.
Have a decision?
Yes, George.
I can't give you a reason why you shouldn't award the try.
I do feel that there's a hand between the ball and the grounding.
It's the English player's arm holding the ball. It's not the black player's arm, it's the English player's arm holding the ball. Do you want to have another look? Would you like another look?
No, I'll take the message from the England player on. So you say there's no reason why I can't award the try?
That's correct.
Thank you.
So you don't have to ground it?
Still got to ground it, don't you?
Surely you do.
Yeah, I don't. The ball actually has to touch the grass, absolutely. I'm pretty sure of that. You know, if we're wrong, but I understood that the laws of the game certainly said that.
Well, he's lining this up. They've made 3 changes, England. So, Ben Youngs has gone on. Chris Ashton has gone on.
Farrell converts, so it's back to an 8-point lead now.
Kieran Brooks has gone on in 18.
Good.
And he's on debut, so England giving a cap to Kieran Brooks.
And the All Blacks may just strut out one as well shortly, a new debutant. Nisbo, keep you posted.
Righto. Long kick. Fielded by Ben Smith, and he thought about going quickly, but thought better of it.
And sensibly so. Intelligent footballer. They're not chasing the game, the All Blacks, and England have managed to strike back, so no need to panic.
Mialamu waits the call. Retallick's been the main man. But there's a change. And the All Blacks use Kano this time. It's Barrett. Off it goes to Nonu. Power from Nonu. Holds it up. Aaron Smith. Barrett. Clever little kick from Bowden Barrett. Well done, though, by Luther Burrell. And England have possession here. And they'll swing it away as wide as they can get it. Here's 12 trees. Oh, he runs into his own man. And that is unfortunate.
There we go. Bruce, come.
Dylan Hartley just couldn't get out of the road.
So Barrett and Ben Smith straight directly in behind the scrum, behind Vito there. You can see them in that shot. And as you look at the defensive system here of the English, it's certainly on to go to the left. If they go, both of those players to that side, they'll create a 4-on-2 or a 4-on-3 because Youngs will come out as a defender on that side. But if they can get this right, then there's a chance to the left as we look at it.
And then you close the gap with the shoulders. Don't lean forward.
See Mike Brown there defending right at the back with the orange boots on. He has to stay there because he's that player that's going to take the last man, either right or left, whichever way. He'll take the last man, so he has to start there.
So it comes to Kano, away for Aaron Smith. Here's Nonu, away it goes to Barrett. He puts the foot down, Barrett. 6 or 7 metres away. And the All Blacks looking for quick ball as Aaron Smith away for Whitelock Retallick. Throws himself and lays it back nicely. Now Falmawina. Back to the blind side they go. Nonu frees it up for Vito. Fires it back in. Managed to keep it alive. No, he didn't.
Well moved by the All Blacks to that left-hand side. Barrett broke through. And if it wasn't for that man that we spoke about, Mike Brown, I think he would have gone all the way with his pace. Mike Brown came across and cleaned him up, did his job. But very nice move from the All Blacks. A little loop around. Barrett came right round from the base of the back of the scrum.
Hartley to throw. Lobs it in. It's untidy. McCaw's got it. Now the All Blacks, a real opportunity to seal this game up. Kevin Mialamu stands over it. Loose for Aaron Smith. Laws is reading it very quickly. But McCaw gets there, and they'll start again. About 7 metres away. There's Falmawina now, assisted by Retallick. They get to the 5 metres line. Now Mialamu puts the shoulder down. McCaw. All Blacks join in the fun. Over the line they go. And he's held up. He's on his back, Richie McCaw.
Massive engine on Richie McCaw. The amount of times that he was prominent in that surge forward, and he's worked very hard throughout the day at the breakdowns. Here's the lost line out, so it's McCaw that swoops on it, spins around. From there, the All Blacks have 3 or 4 goes. Mialamu has a couple of digs himself. McCaw comes in here, picks it up, has enough strength to hold his feet, gets pushed over the line, just can't get the ball down. But boy, does his energy meter ever go down at all at any stage.
We can't miss this moment, fellas. I'm sorry, Patrick Tuipulotu is on. He's on in jersey number 19 for the magnificent Brodie Retallick tonight. TJ Perenara gets another cap for Aaron Smith.
They've got 3.5 minutes. So Patrick Tuipulotu becomes an All Black officially. Perenara gets it in. England have gone down in the front row, so they'll do it all over again.
Let's just move off here.
Yeah, what a big moment for young Patrick Tuipulotu in a standout player in Super Rugby for the Blues this season.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough.
What a magnificent moment, proud moment. And what a great entrance to make into the game. Hard on attack. The All Blacks with the same setup. So again, it's Smith and Barrett directly in behind the scrum, and it's certainly on to the left again. You can see it. They might have a slight variation of the move before. Last time, Ben Smith went right, Barrett went left. Nonu gave a wraparound ball to Barrett.
Perinara gets the call, in it goes. And England get the penalty.
There's the ball. Over here. Number 2 bailing out.
So England clear it off downfield, but they haven't kicked it out. So the All Blacks have another go here through Ben Smith. Standout player in the game, Ben Smith. Well and truly shut down this time, though, and it's been snapped up by Perinara. The All Blacks working the blind side. Perinara burrows in, gets it. Sends it wide for Barrett. Now Jane. England closing it down right on halfway. It's pretty tight in there. It may not come back.
Lost feet.
Yes, it will, though. Perinara reckons he can see it. Working hard to get it back, but not able to do so. And so England get the turnover.
Justin, as you look back on that, one of the things that, for me anyway, sideline has been the most evident is the All Blacks passing in close quarters in the second half. It's been outstanding.
Absolutely right. And what it's done is it's not given England the opportunity to be disruptive at the breakdowns. They still have slightly had some issues there, the All Blacks, where England have come through kicking the ball and disrupting it. But when you're getting those little offloads, you can't exactly say where that breakdown's going to be. And the way that they've executed them in the tackle, not before the tackle, in the tackle, has been paramount in what they've been able to achieve in the second half for sure.
So England holding in the back. Surely they want to get rid of this and get rid now, don't they? They're going to milk a penalty, though, as Verdi Pola goes another couple of metres. Now Youngs gets it off, playing under advantage here as Brown falls over. And he'll go back for the penalty. But we're well and truly into the last minute here.
Yes, there's time for the line out.
So there's time for a line out, says Jaco Piper. And he got it into touch. So England with one last shot at it here. They can't win the game, but boy, they made a contribution.
Certainly have. And some of the rugby that they've played throughout this match has been superb. Great start to the game, just haven't been able to get enough ball, a good ball in the second half to do what they were doing in the first and break that All Black defensive line open.
So the line out is won by Launchbury. And England, well, they'd love to finish with a try, but to do that they'll have to march another 15 metres. And off goes Verdi Pola, takes a few to put him away. Now away for Youngs, and a loose pass. Brown has to go back. Oh, he nearly threw a pass. That would have been curtains if he'd given it away. So England will try and keep this ball alive. And there it is again for Youngs. Then goes Laws, held up by McCaw. Quick hands by Yard. Now a loose pass. And they've lobbed it away into centre field. Here's Tuolangi.
Great pass!
Beautiful pass. And a final try. Chris Ashton. What about the dive? Yeah. 9 out of 10. And England score under the post, but it's too late.
Incredible pass. What a well-worked try. Yard. He featured a lot in this build-up, made the break, and then the big pass over the top from him as well. Gets given the ball there by Wood, does Tuolangi. Doesn't look like there's a lot on. A couple of steps out the back door. There's a pass for you. Back on the inside, Ashton from Mike Brown, and through they go. What a way to finish for England. You'd have to say they probably deserve that.
Yes, they do. Not sure they deserve to win the match, and they're not going to. But I tell you what a phenomenal comeback from them.
The conversion has been kicked, and the final score. What a game of footy. 28 points to 27. And the All Blacks have retained the Hillary Trophy. Well, Richie McCaw leads his team up towards England. They're just in a little bit of a huddle at the moment. But what a game of rugby, Justin.
Brilliant rugby. Both teams contributed. The All Blacks in the second half, you'd have to say England probably, well, they did win the first half on the score sheet, and albeit for a couple of opportunities they missed, this could have been an even harder comeback for the All Blacks. But you have to say some of the rugby they played is the rugby that we know they can in the second, the All Blacks. And we certainly have seen a great 2 test matches in this series already. I know the trophy is now going to be handed to the All Blacks, but hey, who's not excited about the next one up in Hamilton?
Yes, 2 highly competitive games. This one very much a step up. 3 tries apiece tonight. And they'll meet again in Hamilton next Saturday night. And that is a mouth-watering prospect. 10 points to 6. England led at half-time, but the All Blacks turned it on in the first 20-odd minutes of the second half. England finished strongly, but the All Blacks have the victory by 28 points to 27.